Well, it'll be another knockout evening for Macronelli. It looks like a tough night's work for Nicky Cook as he defends his world title against dangerous Puerto Rican Roman Martinez. Here's Craig Slater.
They were words he'd always dreamt of hearing.
And for new!
They created a new world champion and a new Nicky Cook.
Words can't describe it. You can't box as a kid to be a world champion, and you know, it takes some years. I've been a professional now for 10 years. It's all come together, and that's what I'm here to do, to be a world champion.
Speed, stamina and a strategy to outwork and outmaneuver Alex Arthur were the key components of a victory that added a WBO belt to British, Commonwealth and European titles earned down at featherweight.
Obviously that's what he strives for, and that's what I've always strived for. I wanted to see Nicky be world champion like I do all the fighters I've got, but being his son, it's nice that he's got it. It was all over the moon.
A proud father of two, Cook fights for his family, and if their growing demands mean he has to add a few pounds, a trip up to lightweight could even be on the cards.
Let's see what happens with Barrera and Khan first. If we can get it on with Amir Khan, but that'd be great. I think the public like to see that.
But at the moment, his only focus is mandatory challenger Roman Martinez, the one man who can undo all his plans.
He's a good fighter. I mean, he's classy, and he's going to be a tribute fight, a good explosive fight. And for one thing's for sure, I'm not going to leave the venue without my hand being raised.
His opponent, 22-0, unbeaten Puerto Rican. That will not be easy, judging by what we've seen of him.
It won't. He's younger, he's taller, he's very, very hungry, and he's undefeated. And you know, whenever you're fighting an undefeated fighter at this level, you know you're in for a tough night's work. And I think Nicky Cook, he's done everything the right way. You know, he's done it the hard way, but you know, he's going to really have to step up his game. This is real world class. This is top flight challenger, and he's going to have to be at his best.
What are the danger signs you see here?
Well, I think already you see, you know, he's hungry. You can see that. You know, he's Puerto Rican. He's had it hard. He's come up tough. He throws a lot of punches. He's going to make Nicky Cook really have to fight and really have to work hard to defend his title. Is this the real test then for Nicky Cook? You know, when you get to the world title fights, when you're in there and you're in with Puerto Ricans and Mexicans and Americans, and every fight is tough.
Well, Nicky Cook's world title defence just part of a fabulous night of action. Well, Marco Antonio Barrera is one of the greatest fighters of his generation, but after all the battles, how much does he have left? Here's Adam Smith.
Marco Antonio Barrera's had a sensational career. 72 fights, 65 wins, a host of world titles, and his place in boxing history secure. So how much is left at 35?
I don't know what happened with the Mexican people. I don't know what he said, that I am finished. I take this fight with Amir. He's a top fighter. For me, he's the best comeback to...
Barrera's lost his last two major fights against Juan Manuel Marquez and Manny Pacquiao, but they are of course the world's finest. His skills haven't eroded, and he was ambitious enough to recently sign a long-term deal with Don King.
I got to win. When I signed the fight, I said to Don King, you know, I signed the fight because I want to prove myself, my family. I go to Manchester to win the fight.
Financially, he's set up with 20 apartments owned around Mexico City, so Barrera must be fighting on for pride and the chance to become a full-weight world champion. He's not a big lightweight and recently suffered a small cut, but the signs out in his training camp were very positive. He can't wait to conquer Khan.
In the last fight, when he hit me with the hair, I've been hit many times in my camp. Oh my God, what happened with my big fight? It's fine. I tell you, I don't have to put excuses before and after the fight for the cute. I am ready for the fight.
Marco Antonio Barrera may not be what he once was, but he has so much ring knowledge that he could just teach Khan a very hard lesson.
I got to win the fight. I got to put the best of me. I want to put all my heart for all the people to Manchester. They pay the ticket and say, oh my God, I pay very good ticket for the fight.
going to be one show, that's for sure. Now, if Barrera is beaten, it could be thanks to the experience of Khan's trainer. Freddie Roach has twice masterminded Barrera's downfall with Manny Pacquiao, and he knows the importance of Saturday's fight to Khan's whole career.
If he can't beat this guy at this point in his career, I feel it could be over. Yes, I do, because losing to Prescott and this guy, you know, I know this guy's a veteran, but timing-wise, I think if he can't beat a guy at this level, then I don't believe he'll be world champion. And if you can't be world champion in this sport, you shouldn't be in it. We're going to start at a fast pace because Barrera's going to try to take it easy at first, and after a little while, he's going to try to come to us, and then he's not going to be able to find us for a little while because we're going to use our quick feet and movement, and I do feel we'll knock him out.
After all the talking, this is how the bookies see it. The odds on Khan have shortened. He's now 11-8 on. Marco Antonio Barrera, even money. Well, win or bust for Khan. Is the key, Glenn, a fast start like he showed against Graham Earl?
Well, you know, that's one of the things that Khan often does. And when he fought Graham Earl, he did it, you know, he did it very positively. He did it very well. But I think there's a little bit of nerves coming to the start of a fight with Amir Khan. On this occasion, he rushed in and he landed the punches. But remember, against Barrera's Prescott, he rushed in and he got caught with punches. So, you know, I think Freddie Roach will be looking to have a fast start. He'll be looking to get Barrera's respect, you know, to hurt him early and let him know that, you know, he's the new kid on the block. But I think that with that comes dangers. He's got to keep that chin in. He's got to be very alert, and he's got to be aggressive, but he's got to come in sensibly aggressive.
The buzzwords seem to be speed, size, youth.
Well, I mean, that's the obvious things that you're looking with. Remember, Amir Khan was a sensation in the Olympic Games. He did things, great things, you know, when he was so young. Now he's going in as a professional. It's a giant step for him against an all-time great.
What's that all-time great got left?
You know, there's a great saying. He's not, about Barrera, he's not as good as he once was, but he can be once as good as he always was.
My thanks to Glenn McCrory. We continue the countdown with news from the weigh-in on Friday, 6:30, Sky Sports 1. More on Khan against Barrera Friday fight night. Topping the bill, Irishman Paul McCloskey defends his British light welterweight title against Dean Harrison. That's Friday, 10 o'clock, Sky Sports 1. For all the latest news, go to our website. That's www.skysports.com/Khan as the Bolton boy gets ready to face the main man from the land that breeds him tough.
Punch. There's the Machismo. This is turning into a classic.
You can't believe this. It's incredible stuff.
Fabulous punches.
Big shot, and he was all over the place.
Ferocious and quality.